So, a very good afternoon, dear learners. And today we are here once again at the Understanding Incubation and Entrepreneurship problem solving session. And so today is our last session. We have covered our 12-week journey, and we are meeting today once again and very last time for this particular course. And I'm happy to tell you that we managed to go through a lot of content, a lot of experts who have come in who have talked about their journey, their knowledge, and the kind of hand-holding facilities which are available at different institutions, which one who is eager in internship and startup can actually go through. And since past 2 weeks, this was mainly around the MD students projects who are trying to pitch to the industry experts, and they are now getting when their feedback, their perspective, what can be done, how can they improve their proposition, and that has been happening in the past 2 weeks. Another addition which happened in the last week was the conduct of extra session. That was a 1 hour session, and a few of the students had joined in. So it was mainly around, what are the important aspects that you need to be aware of, you need to know while you are appearing for the final examination. Now, the final examination is scheduled for 27th of April. This month itself. You have around 15 days for that exam. And there are various ways of preparing for the exam. For example, a few students would prepare by going through the videos once again, all over the videos once again. They might play the videos at quick speed so that they're able to cover faster all the content. Some of the students prefer it in a different way. What they do is that they keep taking notes while they are hearing the video content, and for the final examination they will go through their own notes, right? Third is that people also refer to the transcripts, the presentations, right? So those are in PDF form, so that you can quickly browse over all the content, and you can also prepare for the examination. Now, there's also a lot of significant potential in our problem solving sessions, the kind of questions we are asking, and we also do a content recap. So if you think that this sessions could be helpful in preparing you for your final examination, you're most welcome. You can refer to our PDFs, you can refer to our problem solving sessions, and you can make the most use of it, right? So I will always tell that we through this problem solving session we are also creating a parallel question bank, and so the sum of 120 plus 120 is around 240 questions, right? So if you have no time, nothing to see, at least go through these 240 questions. Uh, that is the worst case scenario, right? When you don't have time to do anything, or you have your professional commitments, academic engagements. In that case, the least you can do is going through all the questions, all these 10 questions which are there every week. So, which means that 240 questions, right? So, that is the bare minimum which you can do before you go for your examination. And obviously, if you have time, if you have decent amount of time left, prepare for the course, I would suggest that you go through the video lecture content, and going across all the video content lecture will actually help you in revising the complete thing. The transcripts are also very, very helpful. You can download it through the resources section of it, and I think that will be good enough for you to prepare for your examination, right? So with that brief introduction to your examination, we'll begin with the session now, and I'll share my screen. I'll also join in through the Gmail session in order to be aware of what's happening in the presentation because we need to be in sync. I mean, if there is some hiccup with the internet, I need to be aware so that I know till where we are reaching and where we have not been able to touch upon. All right. So yes, the content is always visible. That's perfect. And so once again, welcome all the learners. Today we are meeting for the very last session of our course on Understanding Incubation and Entrepreneurship. This is the last session, the last week, 12th week, and we have covered a lot of ground up till now for in this particular course. And just to introduce myself, I am Abhishek Srivastav, and I'm currently a research scholar at the Department of Design IT Roorkee. And I did my bachelor's architecture and master's of industrial design from School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi. And after that, I joined Infosys as a user experience designer, user interface designer. And eventually, I left that company to join another design studio called Think Design. I was there for a while, and then I also had my brief journey into startup. So I was a co-founder of a startup which was around design consultancy, upcycling, and we did good for around 2.5 to 3 years, and then slowly uh, I transitioned into the aspect of teaching. So I joined my own college where I taught to begin with as a visiting faculty, and then I joined the World University of Design. It's a private design institute in Haryana. And after that, I joined the UP Institute of Design, which is a state government institute by the UP government, and it's in Noida. And so, after having almost 9 plus years of experience in all these areas, I took a break and I thought of doing a doctoral degree, which was the PhD. So I did my doctoral research journey, which began in 2021 December. It was primarily Jan 22, and today I am at the fourth year beginning, wherein this is the fourth year of my PhD journey. Let's hope we try to close it as soon as possible. Nevertheless, I mean, next semester also I'll be taking one of the courses, and if possible, I'll take this particular course as well. So, in case you have enrolled in the course but you're not giving the examination, then also next week as well. Next semester we'll be hopefully I'll try to offer this particular course and we can meet there once again. Right. So that is a brief introduction about these things. Okay. The course instructor is Professor V.K. Chakravarti sir, and he is currently the founding dean at the School of Design in the Mahindra University. We'll talk about him also. All right. So all these sessions are there to help you, to guide you, to prepare you, right, for the course and the peripheral of courses. We also discuss and solve week specific assignments which are different from the live assignments. So live assignments are there to assess you, to evaluate you, but we will be having week specific assignments, and which means that today we'll be discussing week 12 content and week 12 questions. Okay, so we'll be having a set of 10 questions as we were having in your live assignments, and these 10 questions will be different from the live assignment questions. So basically, these questions are there to assess you, your understanding of the content up till now, and we'll also respond to the queries and questions from the discussion forum, and we'll also be having a content recap for the ongoing week. Correct. Just check if the uh, video is recording. Yeah, it is. It is. Great. So give me a minute because I'll also drop a message here. All right. So going ahead, during this session, we expect everyone to follow certain ethics, and it begins with keeping your mic on mute so that we don't have any unnecessary noises and disturbances, as all these sessions are getting recorded, and eventually it will be uploaded as well. All right. You can unmute to speak if you have any questions or while responding to questions which I have asked. And if you have any further questions, you can use the discussion forum functionality. Okay. You can utilize it from the Ask a Question tab. Okay. So if you click here, there is an Ask a Question tab, and you can, along with the timestamp, you can ask the question. Right. This is the brief portal, login portal. Once you have logged in, and you'll be able to see the all important assignments are basically a part of this particular tab announcement section. So all significant announcements, be it your assignments, be it your solution kept assignments, or information regarding the hall ticket, all those things will be available in this particular. Okay, let's proceed. So all these sessions, as I mentioned, these are being recorded, and you need to, if you need to see these sessions, you can refer to my YouTube channel. Now, this is something which is mandated by the NPTEL team. What do you mean by that? It's like NPTEL has told us that all these live sessions needs to be recorded and needs to be uploaded on a YouTube channel. Okay, so we've created a channel wherein all these sessions are getting recorded and being uploaded. In fact, all the presentations which we present and we annotate, you know, so all these annotations and the presentations are saved as a PDF file, and that is also uploaded on a Google Drive location. All right. Now, both these things are also available in the NPTEL platform, and it is via this link, which is the problem solving session. If you click here, it will lead you to a new page where again you'll have to click. So there is a double click involved, two clicks till you reach the spreadsheet data. Once you have the spreadsheet data, the week-wise content is visible, and the respective YouTube videos, the common folder location for all the annotated PDFs, everything is available along with the meeting count. Okay, so all this information is available in the problem solving session. So this is a course preview. The name of the course is Understanding Incubation and Entrepreneurship. It's being curated by Professor V.K. Chakravarti sir, who was initially from the IDC School of Design, in Bombay. He also added the DIC, which is Design Innovation Center. Right, he is now the founding dean at the IIT, sorry, Mahindra. University. Okay. So is the founding dean there right now and establishing the School of Design, which is currently offering BDS and PhD programs. And the week 12 assignment deadline is 16th April. So you still have sufficient time left to complete the assignment. And final examination date is 27th of April. So it will be conducted either in the pre-lunch or post-lunch session. So you'll be reaching out to a venue or where you'll be having the exam location. It will be one of the preferred choices. Okay. Then you will have to appear for the examination as per the time allotted. Alright. So here is the progress tab. I think if you have been diligent learner, you would have seen this. Primarily, it has unit-wise progress and assessment scores. Unit-wise progress is how much content you are consuming. It's about the content consumption. So the blue ones are basically that you have already seen. The grey ones are that which are still left out. Assessment codes probably you will be able to see from week 1 to week 11. Only the assignments for which the deadline is not over are not shown any value, right? So which also means that till the deadline is over, you are actually free to update your assignment submission any number of times. So you get that flexibility. So it's a very interesting thing that very learner centric environment which has been provided uh, to all the learners that you can resubmit your assignments any number of time. You are giving that flexibility till the deadline is over. All right. So you can go back, revisit the content, relook at your score answers, and you can come back. You also have a grading and certification policy. So that is a new thing which they have added, but we have been including this as a part of our presentation deck as well. So this course is free to learn from. So you can enroll and learn for free. But if you aim is to have a certificate from NPTEL, then you have to register with by paying certain examination fee. Although the exam date is already over, but just to tell you that there is a 50% fee waiver for those who belongs to a certain category. You have to furnish that data, you have to upload it, and then you can avail that. All right. So there was an extension of registration timeline which was given, but till now it's completely over, so we don't have any further extension to the timeline. So there's the criteria to get a certificate. Just give me a moment and there's some disturbance at my end, so I'll just turn off the uh, video part of mine and I'll just speak. Right. Okay. So this is the criteria to gain a certificate. Yeah. So let me elaborate it for you. Right. You need to meet the criterias of both internal and external in order to remain relevant in the overall criteria. So these criteria are that you need to score more than 10 out of 25 in the internals or the live assignment, the assignment questions. You have to score more than or equal to 35 marks out of 75, and you have to score finally the overall score should be more than 40 out of 100. Now, there is a catch here, and let me explain you the catch. So, for example, you scored very well in this particular this thing, but you fell short here. So, your overall score is 45 out of 100. All right. So, you're meeting this criteria, you are meeting this criteria, but you are failing on this criteria. So, no certificate will be given. All right. You have to match each and every criteria. Let's take this example. You scored 5 out of 75, but you scored very well here. You scored 50 out of 75. Your overall score is 55 out of 100. So you're meeting this criteria, you are meeting this criteria, but you are not meeting this criteria, which means no certificate. In both the scenarios, you won't be getting a certificate. You have to meet all these criteria, internal, external, so that your overall score is also maintained. Okay, please keep a note of it. This also signifies that your internals are as important as your external. Okay, although the weightage is different, you're getting 75 marks out of 100. That is the weightage which has been given to the externals. But the internals also are significant in terms of making the overall score, and you need to score more than 10 out of 25. So here we are and how we have progressed right from week 1 to week 12. So it's a small recap journey. As we are a part of protocol slide deck, we cover this as well. So we started in the week 1 with understanding what entrepreneurship is, what evidence-based entrepreneurship is, why startups are failing, what are the mistakes made by the startups. And then we reached the week 2, wherein we saw the journey of Mustafa from ID Batter, how he managed to utilize his skill set of software learning and expertise in his startup. And then you had a panel discussion with Mr. Anurag, Mr. Amit, and Ms. Mayuri, who talked about their journey, their turning point, their pivoting, their experience of the startup. Then came week 3, where we had the Chakku's 7 C's, or the 7 concerns, which was starting with the cause and ending with the connect, followed by the solo Raman case study of Mr. Ramanash, who was an IDC student who later took this as a project in order to reach the market. This was followed by week 5, which was about the medtech success stories. So we saw Professor Ravi talking about the medtech sector, which you could see a huge amount of innovation, huge amount of work is there to improve upon. Then comes the week 6, which was about Ms. Shilpi from the Post Labs and Mr. Dhayan from the Ifan Studios. And they both shared their perspective of how they're working in and their perspective on design and what kind of environment they have built for their employees, right? And then came week 7, which is about humanizing technology and business model canvas, followed by week 8, where we had the sign incubator and people from the sign incubator. Spine, you might also, speaking about this Pratati, talking about the sign incubator and how it is helping, what kind of support it is giving, followed by the success story of Fattenberg, wherein Mr. Manish Meena talked about, how they all started the electronics and they were initially doing projects for DRDO, but then they actually got called, to work upon more. Then came week 9, which was about the ETI and CHFE, the various support systems which are available in Hyderabad campus. Then talking about the week 10, which was about building the proof of concept, the POC lab, which we saw from the IDC. And then week 11 and 12, wherein we are having the MD students from IT Hyderabad who are trying to work in groups and make business propositions and pitching it right in front of the industry experts. We also have this time additional learning material. So if you see here, you can actually read the tips shared by Mr. Ratan Tata from the Tata Group, late Mr. Ratan Tata. So you can refer to this as well. Coming on to the slide of marking of multiple choice questions, I'll give you a minute to please read it and we'll try to answer it for you. All right. So the question is that which among the following parties have had their government in Uttar Pradesh? Your options are BJP, Samajwadi Party, AAP, and BSP. So the correct answer for the questions are BJP, which is in the government right now in Uttar Pradesh, led by UEG. We also had Samajwadi Party, wherein Akhilesh was CM for a certain period, and T. Basappa, wherein Ms. Mayawati was the chief minister for quite some time. So AAP has not been in the government in UP up till now. So the correct answers are A, B, and D. And let's try to understand this particular thing with various scenarios. So scenario one says if you choose all the correct answers, you'll get full marks. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's all clear. In scenario two says if at least one incorrect answer has been chosen, then no marks. So, for example, you selected A and B, and C, you have selected B, C, and D, you have selected A, C, and D. So, all this says C is the incorrect answer, it is coming, you will not get any marks. Only in the third scenario, you get proportional marks, wherein if you select A, B, and submit, B, D, and submit, AC and submit, AB and submit, or individually you select A, B, or D and submit. In both the scenarios, will be getting marks proportional to your correct answer. So you might get marks in decimal. So don't panic if you receive marks in decimal. It is because of this underlying logic that there is a scope of proportional markings as well. So I think, like I said, NPTEL has been very learner centric, and this is once again an example of how they are facilitating this to their students by by first of all offering the choice of resubmitting the assignment answers multiple number of times, extending the registration for the questions, right? And this kind of flexibility. Okay, so we're thankful to NPTEL for having such a platform. So these were the consistent GMeet learners from the extra session, the extra 1 hour session. It was a 1 hour session where we discussed about some basic preparatory pointers before your final examination. These are the GMeet learners. Yeah, Ankush, Anushika, Samyukta, Varsha. Right, all these were there in the previous 1 hour session, and I could see a few of them also there today. Right, so now we are here at the content recap, and we'll try to close this in next half an hour so that the last 1 hour we utilize it for the question and answer session. Right. So this is the first team. The team name is Team Scoop, and it was reviewed by Professor Anuradha Narasimhan. And these were the students who were a part of the team, including Anish, Siddharth, Tanya, and Abhishek Ghosh. So, as the name suggests, it had its proposition and business thesis around helping the uh, caregivers and the parents to make very feeding experience for their kids more playful, interactive to improve toddlers eating experience and reduce their stressful meal times, unlike the sessions with unusual monotonous content for kids. So this is the identification, and they also managed to talk to a lot of people, a lot of young parents to understand the real problem, what it is. It's the problem statement that how might we help caregivers or the parents who want to make feeding experience for their kids more playful, interactive, to improve toddlers' experience and reduce their stressful meal times, unlike the usual monotonous cutlery for the kids. So then they brought in their value proposition, followed by the business model canvas with different activities and their detailing to it. Uh, okay, we're going back. And then came their initial sketches and concepts. So, what could be the solution? And they're visualizing that they are disrupting the environment by thinking aloud, thinking something disruptive, coming up with different ways of consuming the food items by looking at things of playful in nature and then trying to stitch it through the movie stories, sketching. So a lot of interesting ideations we could see in these examples. And then came their interesting idea of having a spout which resembles to an animal, and they could change these spout smoke which is replaceable, so they can have different typology of food and then different typology of this. This is their visualizations. So first one is an elephant, second one is a pig, and how the kids would play with it. And these are some interactions and dialogues between the group and Professor Narasimha. So we'll not be reading out each and everything. So in your good time, you can actually go through it and understand it. The second team was Swag Pack, and they were trying to work around Yeah, so they were trying to work around a backpack for kids, and the mentors were Mr. Ashok Panvalkar from Philips. He had worked quite a lot at Philips, and it was Chakravarti, and this is how their journey began, and they discovered insights, uh, their acquisitions, their problems with the kids, and solution. These are the sketches of the solution which they proposed, and then the detailing out of the bag, the merchandise they were offering, the feature and the price list, with various features being added on the segment, going from low cost to expensive to premium, and their plans of scalability and future. Then came the dialogue between the groups and the mentors who were present. Right. Here we are now at the third team. So this is from the day two. I mean, this week. So there were a few teams. Although in total there would have been many teams, but we are discussing on the week 12 assignment, the week 2 content, and that's where the questions are from. So the VR content team, and they were mentored and given feedback by Mr. Umesh Kulkarni, and it was about virtual reality learning module for class 5 to 10 kids to increase their cognitive skills. So they had a value proposition, even a visualization that can actually give you a greater glimpse into what they are talking about and how they can enhance learning through their work. So they also did a competitive study with Photon VR, which they feel is a direct competitor to them. And what is it they've done? How is it they've approached the schools? And then comes the dialogue once again between the mentor and the students. Now we are at the team Tofa, and they were giving feedback by Mr. Devdeep Tukayast. And this is the team, Tofa. So as the name says it was about some kind of present, but it's related to the toy, Indian handcrafted toys. And they had target between 3 to 5 years. These were some ideations which they had done with the product. Uh, yeah. So this is the exploration which they have done. And then again, the dialogue between the expert and the students, how they respond to the question. And finally, we have the team Lucid, uh, and they were trying to uh, encourage and facilitate effortless interaction between individuals from all walks of life. So that was their aim. So if you see there how might we question, it was about bridging the generational gap between the parents and the young adults using gamification. These are again dialogues, the feedback given, and how the team responds to Mr. Devdi Pukayas. Here we are, the finally the last team and the mentors of the team. Okay. So here is the first question, and I would give you some time to think, read the question, and let me know what would be the correct answer. The question is for the project scope, Professor Narasimha highlighted which two problems that the team were trying to solve. Was it making meal times more fun, making automatic baby food, making toddlers more independent, or making toddlers Dependent. So you can take some time, and if we know what is the right answer, you can refer to the content, you can refer to the YouTube content. You need to tell what are the two problems that the team were highlighted by Professor Narasimha in Project Scoop. So, do you remember? Do you recall? It was about the kids. Take some time and let me know. As the two highlighted problems by Professor Narasimha, um, what are the problems they were trying to solve? Was it about making meal times more fun, or making the automatic baby food, or making toddlers more independent, or making toddlers dependent? All right, so I think we have given sufficient time for this particular thing. Again, I'll be repeating the question as highlighted by Professor Narasimha. Two core problems that the team were trying to solve. Was it making meal times more fun, automatic baby food, making toddlers more dependent, or making toddlers dependent? Right? Now, if you see the question, and let's do the screen validation, we will be able to understand it more. This is what Professor Narasimha said, that definitely a large problem in that you're trying to solve two of them, right? So she's mentioning that you're trying to solve two problems. The first is making meal time more fun. So this is the first one. And the second one is about making toddlers more dependent. Okay, so if you see these things marked in red, so there are two problems. The first is making meal times more fun and toddlers more independent. Okay. I would say split hairs and take one of them, not the one you like, but the one which has larger attraction with the audience, one which will sell more and which will make money. Now, see, it is all coming from the business perspective. Right? So she's saying that although you have mentioned two problems, but ideally pick one. And the decision of that needs to be based not based on your liking, but with respect to the market, which has a larger attraction, which has a larger attraction. Right? So the correct answer for this particular question on the two problems that the team are trying to solve are option A, which is making meal times more fun, right? And making toddlers more independent. So there are two correct answers. So these are the two problems, making meal times more fun. मील टाइम more fun का मतलब क्या हुआ? जब बच्चों का जो खाने का समय है ना? जो बच्चों का जो भोजन का समय है, जो कि भोजन का समय, वो ज़्यादा खुशनुमा हो और मेकिंग टॉडलर्स मोर इंडिपेंडेंट, स्वतंत्र. Coming to option two, referring to the project scope, it is advisable by Professor Narasimha to think about which factor if you want to sell more and make money. The options are larger value proposition, larger company investment, larger market exposure, and larger business opportunity. Please remember it's a single correct answer question. Alright. तो आपको बताना है कि प्रोफेसर अनुराधा ने अ, किस फैक्टर को बताया था कि अगर आपको ज्यादा बेचना है और ज्यादा पैसे कमाने हैं तो आपको इन चारों में से विच वन इज द करेक्ट आंसर, विच वन यू हैव टू थिंक अबाउट. The larger value proposition, larger business, sorry, company investment, market exposure, or the business opportunity. So take some time and think about it. Let me know the correct answer. You can key in the correct answer. You can type it in the Gmeet chat box, whichever you think comfortable with. Take some time, let me know the correct answer. You need to tell what factors you have to think about if you want to sell more and make more money as per Professor Anuradha. Right, I think we have given sufficient time. Let's do the screen validation. So here she says, I would seriously recommend that think harder about which is the larger business opportunity. Do I want to sell one scoop to hundreds of people, or is there a larger business opportunity in selling five different toys to a smaller customer segment? Right. So we are referring to a larger business opportunity. Okay. That is something that the startups would like to think about, work about, look about. Okay. So the correct answer is option D, which is larger business opportunity. Okay. So Professor Anuradha Narasimha advises to think about larger business opportunity if the teams want to sell more and make more money. All right. Let's proceed with our third question. As discussed in the project Swag Pack by Professor Ashok, choose one feature that would highlight the backpack to parents apart from being a customizable canvas. सो प्रोफेसर अशोक ने बोला था कि कोई एक फीचर आप बताएं जिसको आपको हाईलाइट करना होगा पेरेंट्स की दृष्टि से. You have to highlight it from the perspective of parents apart from being a customizable canvas. Okay. So the options are it is washable, it is reusable, it is sustainable, and it is functional. So which among the following would be the right answer that you have to tell? So again, I'll give you 5 minutes time. Think about it. Let me know. Take your time, think about it. You can refer to the content once again. Please, learners, please think, let me know if you're having a question from the swag back team, wherein Professor Show requests the team to choose one feature that they would highlight the backpack to the parents. All right. So let's see the correct answer. You've got sufficient time for this question. So let's see the screen validation. Okay. So this was the customer insights. We found that the size of the bag is bigger than the size of the. So these are the students' observations. Okay, students from IT Hyderabad, and the team is Swag Pack. Okay. So they say that the weight becomes too much to carry, the size is very big. Food oil often spills from the lunchbox, spoiling from books and bags. No dedicated pocket for lunchbox, not no easy organization for this. Small things get lost. So these were all the these things. Okay. So where he said that they had a canvas fabric shaped thing and it was washable. So he said that from a parent perspective, highlighting this feature can be very relevant because students carry a lot of things. Sometimes their lunch would leak, right? Lunch would leak on, then they have their colors and their pencil colors. So a lot of things would be there, and washing a bag would be really great opportunity if they can wash and clean it. So this was the feature they said that needs to be highlighted by Professor Ashok Palwalkar. Okay. Let's come to the fourth question again from the team Swag Pack. The team ensured which of the following features in their low cost offerings. So, if you remember, they had three type of offerings: low cost, expensive, and premium. You need to tell even the low cost offering, which ranged from 800 to 1500, what was the features on them were given. Was it the secret pocket, replaceable front panel, GPS tracker, or the rain cover? Again, take some time. Let me know. Will give you sufficient time for this question. Let's take like 5 minutes or so, and let me know the correct answer for this question. Time. Let me know. We are asking the question on the low cost offering, and which are the features which were given in the low cost offering of 800 to 1500. Features present in the low cost backpack. The range is 800 to 1500. What were the features? So let's take a 5 minute break in between. We are on this question, and to the 5 minute break, we'll continue. Okay. So we are back once again, and let's continue our journey together. Uh, yes. So we were at question number 4, and we are trying to understand the yeah. So we were trying to understand the uh, features which are available in the low cost offerings of Swipe Pack, and let's see the credentials. So we have the three ranges: low cost, expensive, and premium. It starts with 800 to 1500, 1500 to 2900, and almost 3 to 3.5K. So if you see at the bottom, you have the replaceable front panel, modular backpack, and secret pockets. This is the very basic offering. And as you move ahead, you see there are certain things which are consistent. Let's highlight the consistent ones. Okay. So you have secret pocket, and here it's also there. Okay, so this is the common feature of all three. Okay. Then comes the modular backpack. It is here as well, and here as well. And the third is replaceable front panel. Okay. Here they are offering two of them. Here they are offering five of them. All right. So the low cost feature is available in the expensive version as well as the premium version. Now, what is there in the premium? They have GPS tracker, they have voice assistant. So the high technology aspects are there. Now, interestingly, rain cover comes from the expensive range. All right. And detachable organizer is also there. And then let's take this color. So you've got GPS tracker here and you've got GPS tracker here. Okay. So if you organize in this way, you'll be able to recall all these three offerings, then you can answer a question for all of them. Interestingly, right? So let's go back to our question. The correct answers are secret pocket and a replaceable front panel. Okay. Agar option would have been modular backpack, then that would have also been correct. GPS tracker comes in the this thing range, expensive and premium, and your rain cover starts coming from expensive and premium. All right. So the correct answers are for A and for B. All right. Let's go further. One important insight given by Professor Purkayast while discussing the project, we are content of module 12 was about Zoom fatigue coming in. What is Zoom fatigue? Okay. So you have to tell that thing. Is it related to the burnout due to overuse of online platforms? Tiredness due to zooming in and zooming out of the digital screen? Tiredness while riding a Zoom car or none of the above? Okay. So take some time. Let me know the correct answer. You have to tell about Zoom fatigue, what it is, and what it is related with, essentially. All right. So let's do the screen validation. I think Zoom buddy was the term which was coined during the COVID period, COVID era. Mhm. And as commented by Dr. Purkayas, he says there's a tool aspect and there is a content aspect. There's already a Zoom fatigue coming in. And it is basically about the tiredness, worry, or burnout associated with the overuse of online platforms of communication, particularly video telephony. Okay. The trend derives from the cloud-based video conferencing and online chat software Zoom, but the term can be used to refer to fatigue from other video conferencing platforms as well. Okay. So, like I said, this was especially evident during the COVID era where everybody was locked in homes and everything from work to school to education, everything was happening through the video conferencing tools, and like Zoom is also one of them, just like Gmeet we are utilizing, then WebEx, Skype, etc. So the name was coined from the Zoom platform, but it pertains to any kind of cloud-based video conferencing tool, and it refers to the tiredness, worry, and burnout associated with the overuse of online platforms. Right. So the correct answer is option A, which is the tiredness or burnout due to overuse of online platforms of communication. That is the Zoom fatigue. Okay, fine. Let's come to our sixth question. As discussed by Professor Turkaest in Project TOFA, what you did, he mentioned on focusing on the process, because if you follow the process, chances are you may hit what? So you have to fill the blank. The options are failure, dead end, success, and none of the above. Okay. So in the project DOFA in module 12, he mentioned about focusing on the process. Because if you follow the process, you may hit failure, dead end, success, none of the above. We have to tell which among these are correct. You have to fill in the blanks. Right? Take some time, let me know. Highest when suggesting to the project titled TOFA, and you need to tell why he mentioned about focusing on the process. Okay, I think we've got given sufficient time. Let's go back to the screen validation. And it clearly mentions that I may think it's a brilliant idea, it actually may fail. I may think it's a stupid idea, and someone can make a unicorn out of it. So, what he suggests is that he focuses on the process, because if you follow the process, chances are you may hit the success. Okay, so that's the critical aspect. I may think it's a brilliant idea, it can actually fail. I may think it's a stupid idea, and someone can make it unicorn. So that is why he focuses on the process, right? So the correct answer is that if you follow the process, the chances of hitting success in a way are higher. So the correct option is option C. All right. Let's come to question number 7. As discussed, Team Top of Module 12, their vision is to uplift traditional Indian dash market. What market is it? Is it the toy market? Is it the gaming, online gaming market? Is it the messaging market or the educational market? If you tell that. Team Tofa Module 12, their vision is to uplift traditional Indian dash market, toy, online gaming, messaging, or educational. Which among the following they are planning to uplift? All right. Take some time, take a 2 3 minute gap, and let me know. What is the vision of Team Tofa, which is about uplifting traditional Indian dash? You have to tell what is it that they are planning to uplift. Team Tofa were about a specific thing, and you have to tell what is it about. Was it about uplifting traditional Indian toy market, online gaming, messaging, or educational market? Okay. Okay, let's do the screen validation. So the vision of the team was to uplift the traditional Indian toy market. If you see, this was the original toy, and they manipulated the hands to this particular right, so that it can be utilized to have more storage, or you can play around with this particular neck and head aspect. If you turn it, you can have a hollow cavity wherein you can keep your stuff. Right. So it was all made up of wood. These were some other aspects to it. So they handcrafted toys that follow all safety protocols and provide a unique perspective for learning traditional Indian arts and heritage. It's safe for children, develop skill, and promote Indian cultures and art. Right. So if you see, the correct answer is around this particular statement of the vision of the team Taufa, uplifting traditional Indian toy market. So the correct answer is option A. Alright, let's proceed further to our eighth question. The team Lucid is aiming in bridging the generational gap between, so this is the first blank and second blank, using gamification. So the first blank is parents, grandparents, young adults, and now therefore. So these could be either the first blank or the second blank. It can be any one of them. All right. So the team USAID is aiming in bridging the generational gap between two sets of group using gamification. You need to tell which are the two groups. Is it parents or grandparents? Is it parents and young adults? Is it young adults and grandparents? Right. So with permutation combinations which are available, like these two, or these two. So take a moment and let me know what will be the correct answer. Kind of generational gap they were trying to fill in. The options are right in front of you: parents, grandparents, young adults, and none of the above. They're talking about team usage and in trying to bridge generational gap. Let's do the screen validation. So this lucid converse while playing and play while conversing. The problem statement was, how might we bridge the generational gap between parents and young adults using gamification? Okay, so the vision is to encourage and facilitate effortless interaction between individuals from all walks of life. So this is the parent profile, this is the young adult, there's distances, busy schedules, generational gap. Tackling communicational gap starting from the innermost unit, which is the family. Very interesting offering they had. The correct answers are parent and young adults. So if you also see the other options, parents and grandparent doesn't make much of a sense. Okay. Because right now this aspect is gaining much more attention. There's much more communication gap. Obviously, with the advent of phone, I mean, mobiles have been a lot more invasive in its approach. So yes, option A and option C are the correct ones, as mentioned by the team leadership. So it is parents, young adults. Coming on to our second last question. As mentioned by Professor SK in the project Lucid, in what ways can you articulate your elevator pitch? Correct. Elevator pitch. So it's a concept of pitching in the elevator where you don't have much of a time and you have to utilize very limited time of it and you have to tell what is it offering to. So within short and crisp. Okay. So the options are concept should talk about what the idea is, should talk about the top three problems, talk about the present market competition and how will it make money. We need to tell about elevator pitch. And in that pitch, what is it that you need to talk about? What should be the content of the pitch? Is it about the idea? Is it about the top three problems? Is it the present market competition or how will it make money? Okay. Take a time to figure it out and let me know. Okay. Take a minute or two and then we can discuss the correct answer. Okay. Take some time and let me know. We are referring to Project Lucid and how would you articulate your elevator pitch? What would be the components of it? Is it the idea, the problems, the market competition, and how will you make money? Take some time, let me know. It's a very clear good question. The elevator pitch should include idea, problems, present market competition, or how will it make money. I think we have given sufficient time to our learners. Okay, so here it is. What would really help is articulate your concept which talks about what the idea is, why should I care, and how will I make money. Okay, idea, why should I care about it, why will it make money. You must have heard about elevator pitch. If you can articulate in one slide or one word what you are really care about and what you are pushing for. Okay. So the correct answer is concept should talk about what the idea is, which is option A, and how will it make money. If there is another option about why do I care about, you can also talk. Why should a VC care about it? So the correct options are option A and option C. Coming to our last question, this is the last question. Here we are referring to VR content team. And in the competitor study, they mentioned about photon VR. VR stands for virtual reality, which is about what? Is it a photo clicking app? Is it a virtual reality in gaming? Is it virtual reality in school education? Or augmented reality in higher education? These are the four options. You have to tell which one is the correct one. It's a single correct answer question. As you can see, it's a radio button question. What is photon we are related with? What we are here to tell and what is it associated with? Is it a photo clicking app? Is it about virtual reality in gaming or virtual reality in school education or augmented reality in higher education? Photon VR, its association. All right, let's have a look at the correct answer. So the Photon VR is a learn science app, which is basically a virtual reality augmented headset and are designed for the students of grade 5 to 10. Our mission is to make education interesting, exciting, and joyful. We are giving a platform to expose your child to a world where it would be physically impossible to travel through the virtual reality headset. So this is from the Photon VR website, and it's about virtual reality in school education. They already tied up with multiple schools, and they have integrated this kind of learning between the class 5 to class 10th, and it's about making science more easier to understand. So the correct answer is it's about VR is for virtual reality in school education. Correct answer is option C. All right. So with that, we conclude our set of 10 questions. These are the questions from discussion forum. I think we have already discussed each one of them. With that, we conclude this particular set of 10 questions. And let's go back and yeah. So what I'll do is I'll also open up the portal once again. I'll just revise the resources which you can refer to because it's time very much closer to your final examination. It's always good to be aware of the resources which are available to you, right? So this is your login screen, and this is the course which you are referring to. Go to the course, and you'll see a lot of course content available. Yeah, close here. Yeah. So this is all the content is from week 1 to week 12. If you have time, you can browse through them, or these are the different tabs which are available. So you have got download videos, transcripts, study materials, lecture notes, and problem solving sessions. Okay, we are opening each one of them. Uh, Correct. So we have got download videos, and here you will be able to download all the videos right from week 1 to week 12. So if you have a good internet connection, just go to the downloads, videos, and just click download, and everything will be downloaded. All right. Then comes your transcripts. So these are your English transcripts, and you can click download now, and you'll be led to a Google Drive where you'll have lectures from 1 to 5 to download. You can see. Then comes the study material. Okay, click here, and everything is again visible. You click here for the study material, and all the PDFs right from module 1 uh, to module 12, it will all be available. So you can again read it from here as well. Then comes your lecture notes. Let's open up lecture notes and have a look. Click here, and once again, it will be opening up a lot of PDFs. Okay, so you can have a look. Then comes finally to our problem solving sessions. There are two links within it. One will be having the recording part. So if you click here, you'll see all the lectures with the videos and the annotated PDFs. And what we'll do is we'll update today's session as well. So there will be a link here and the PDF will be uploaded to this particular location. Okay, so it will be done today itself. No need to worry about it. It also has another link which is on the survey part. So if you have been a regular learner, you've been visiting, you have been diligently and attending all these sessions, I would request you to please click here and just go to the form, upload it. It will be really helpful for us to improvise and to have your feedback as well. Right. So that was the main aspects I wanted to let you know. Uh, I'll go back once again to this particular page and I would like you to please click on announcement section and be updated because now we have concluded the virtual session. So these are the reminders for the session. Now you will start receiving announcement for the examination. So from the examination perspective, you need to be well prepared about. All right. So soon the assignment 11 key will be released so you can evaluate whether you have opted for correct answers or not. Right. And no more problem sessions we have. Is even if you have any query, you can use the discussion forum functionality from here and you can post a question. All right. Post a message like this. All right. So I've mostly responded to all the questions and no further questions are left. But so my sincere and best wishes to all of you. Uh, I'll stop sharing my screen. So my sincere and genuine wishes to all my learners in this particular course. Even if you have attended just one of the problem solving session, then or even if you have not attended the session, then also my genuine and best wishes from my heart to you. Please prepare yourself well. There are many ways by which you can revise content, and we have already gone through all of them. I have already mentioned in the beginning of the session what are the ways you can quickly revise your content. So go through them, revise your content, try to go with a fresh mind and be positive. And if you have less time, the least you can do is go through all the 120 questions from the NPTEL platform and another 120 questions from the live sessions. Okay. So once you have this question bank of 240 questions, I sincerely hope that, you'll manage to sail through in this particular course. Obviously, if you have time, it is preferred and advisable that you go through the entire content, okay, the entire course right from week 1 to week 12. But normally it's not that easy to cover up the entire thing in one go because you also have a lot many obligations of academic requirement and the professionals would be having those limitations as well, right? So it's up to you how you manage the course, how you prepare for your examination. But then the best wishes are there for you, and you can also write to me about your examination. You can connect me on LinkedIn. I'll be happy. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly open my LinkedIn profile as well. Show it to you. Uh, if you get time, please do message me. I'll share my screen and I'll show you. Okay. So share my screen. Right. So this is my LinkedIn profile, and you can connect me here, and you can share your text messages to me, and let me know on how have you performed in the examination. I'll be really happy to hear from you. How was the exam? How it went by. So please, I mean, that's something which I'm requesting you to do it. Otherwise, it has been fascinating 12 weeks. Although we don't see a lot of headcount in these problem solving sessions, but there had been a few consistent learners, including Ms. Samyukta and Mr. Ankush and then Bhavna, and then few others who were pretty much available in most of these sessions. So thank you so much for being there as a good learner. And now I'll close the session. Thank you once again. And Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, and best wishes for your examination. Thank you. So now what we'll do is there are two things which needs to be done, right? So we first save the JPG of this, which acts as a cover page for this particular session when we are trying to upload the video part, right? And we'll also save the PDF version because that goes into our repository. We'll wait for this to be uploaded. Yeah, so it is the PDF is already created. You can safely uh, close this. We'll check for the PDF if it is generated. Uh, Perfect. So the PDF is already on. Now our next step is to upload the PDF on the Google Drive link. So just give me a minute and we'll do it. So here we are. We open this location. So you can see we have all from week 1 to week 11 session, and there is an extra session as well. What we need to do is we need to upload the PDF version of it, right? So we can simply drag drop it here, select all. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right, so it is 12 plus 1, which is the extra session. So from week 1 to week 12, we have uploaded all the PDFs, which are annotated ones. And the only thing that is now remaining is, yeah, so we have got all the content, the questions, we go to the question part of the. Yes, so we've got the questions as well, the annotations, everything is saved, copied, and it's all available here. So we can close this now. Let's just open it and check once more. Yeah. So we have week 1 to week 12 and the extra session. And we have to update this as well. I'll be doing it and then the YouTube video link which needs to be uploaded. Yes. See, what was it? Just a few minutes remaining. We'll wait for that as well. So this is my LinkedIn profile, and like I mentioned, I mean, you can also uh, gain some information about my education and you know. So, like I mentioned, I my studies are from SPA and IT Roorkee, and I've been in these many job profiles, starting with the Infosys, the professional one, you know, in design, and then visiting faculty at DoD, and then student professor at World University of Design, uh, followed by the founding director and co-founder, and assistant professor at the UP Institute of Design. Then at AKTU, I was board of studies for BFA courses and associate dean for the R&D and industrial consultancy. And at Roorkee, I am the teaching assistant at NPTEL, which is one of our current offerings. Prime Student Research Fellow, and I'm also a research scholar. Right. So this has been a brief profile. So you can text me. This is my profile, and let me know how the exam was. Yeah. So we'll be closing the